Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Chris here. Um, as promised, I am doing those answers to the Ask Me Anything that I posted on my Twitter earlier this week. So, given the news, I was going to do this tomorrow, but given the news today about Roe getting struck down, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit lighter, have some levity. I'll get into the more serious shit probably over the week later on this weekend. But for now, let's have some fun. So the first question comes from at Rick in Baltimore. Can I get a sip of your Chardonnay at the speakeasy? So I know you don't drink, but sure, you absolutely can. Um, I don't see why not. Uh, at the Drew Yari Show, great show. Check him out. How would you book the Fantastic Four and X-Men in the MCU? That is a bit of a deep question, but what I would do I'm going to start with the X-Men because there's a lot of layers to that shit. I would start the X-Men with two characters. I would start with Magneto and Wolverine. I would start with Magneto in the concentration camp. I would adapt, what was it? I can't remember the name of the trade or the short series, limited series with him during the Holocaust. I think it was Magneto Judgment. I believe that's what it was called. I would start with him in his own movie, and I would start with either Wolverine. No, I'd start with three characters: Wolverine and Magneto. Wolverine, Magneto, and Professor X. I would start with Professor X. I would start World War II in the concentration camp with Magneto. I would go with Wolverine around the same time, earlier in the 1900s, and I would do Professor X in the 60s in college. The reason I would do that, I would do Wolverine's origin for Logan, or Wolverine origin for the adaptation, and I would do Professor X in the 60s, where he meets Morgan McTaggart to adapt House of X, which is one of the best X-Men stories I've ever read, where it's revealed that Morgan McTaggart is a mutant, and I would go from there. That's how I would start the X-Men off, and I would have them go, and I would have Charles. You would go through the years, and Morgan McTaggart lives her life, and it kind of spins off on her, and she lives her life, and she sees the fall of mutant kind repeatedly in the story. She finally meets Professor X in the 60s and says, I know what you're going to do. Read my mind. And he reads her mind and sees everything that she's lived through, all of her lives, and realizes this isn't going to work. And she's like, you're exactly. Let me introduce you to someone. And she introduces him to Eric Lensher, aka Magneto. And I would go from there, and I would have them kind of start their thing from there. That's how I would start the X-Men. I would not have Magneto be a villain. For the Fantastic Four, I don't know. We've already seen John Krasinski as Reed Richards, so I would kind of have. We've seen him. We haven't seen Sue or Ben or Johnny or even Valeria and Franklin. I would have them be like a rogue space testing team. They take a spaceship unauthorized into space and do an exploration, and in the exploration they get hit with the cosmic rays, but it also takes them out of the universe at that time period, and they wind up back on Earth eventually, but it's 60 years later. they've been gone for 60 years. They have their powers. They first encounter, I would say, like Mole Man. I would do the original adaptation of their origin. They fight Mole Man. At the end of the movie, you see a castle. And at the bottom of the screen, you see Latveria. And you see these two people in the castle talking to someone on a throne. And they're explaining something that they messed up. And you just see one of them get just turned to dust by a laser blast. And you see like the metal hand, and you see the face come, the mask of Doom come out. You say, that does not suit Doom's needs. And you end it there. That's post-credit, mid-credit, whatever you want to call it. That's what I would do there. So that's how I would book them, just to get everything started. From there, I'd have them confront the Avengers and stuff like that, and go from there. But that's how I would initially start everything with them. Rick in Baltimore with another question. Have you ever been not afraid of no one? Oh, D&D reference there. No, I don't know how that would be a thing. I've never been afraid of anyone, so no. I think no. I mean, doesn't that mean you're scared of everybody? It's no, I'm not scared of anybody. So I would say no. I've never not been afraid of no one. And last one from Rick in Baltimore. Okay, legit question. In their prime, who wins? The Road Warriors, the Steiners, or the Miracle Violence Connection? I'm going Steiner Brothers all fucking day. Like, you know me. You've known me for like 20 plus years at this point. I'm a Steiners fan. I didn't even like the Road Warriors like that. So, I'm Steiner Brothers all day. Though Dr. Death and Terry Gordy would give them the work. So, Dr. Death and Bam Bam gave them that work. I will openly admit that. But if in their prime, I'm going Steiner Brothers. But that's my personal opinion. At Scott Woodford. Rap or metal music? So, there's a bit of a deep dive here. Honestly, both. I'm into rap. I grew up listening to rap music. I grew up listening to metal music. I'm a fan of both. That's how I grew up. I grew up listening to everything. Motown, jazz, blues. If it's good, it's good. I don't care what it is. Even some country I can get down with. I can't do the super twangy stuff because I just don't like that guitar sound, that old school country, but I respect it. I like everything. But I'm kind of a metalhead, so I am a metalhead, but I like all music. I like everything, even classical. I can get down with some classical music too, if the mood hits. I grew up, like I said, my mom listened to everything. My dad listened to a little bit of everything. So my brother was a house DJ growing up, so a little bit of everything. So there's that. At Evil Dose, on a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses? I don't know. So I don't know what that means. If the wolf is acting right and things are going well, I might do it. I don't know. Depends on what that is. And thank you for the subscription to the channel, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate all my subscribers on here. Even if you're not subscribed, if you are subscribed and you ask a question, thank you for becoming a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber and you ask a question, thank you for checking out my Twitter, man. Hope you like this question and answer, and that I'll post it in here too. So it'll be here for you to get your answers. I hope you subscribe down the road. It depends on how the night goes, Evil Dose. It depends on how the night goes. If the night's going well and things are feeling right, I just might do that. Especially if the roses are nice. Let me put some busted ass roses. I am John Draper. John Draper from Break the Apocalypse. Check out the show. Check out Break the Apocalypse. It's John and Shaw do some great shit, so check them out. Um, Tacos or pizza? I'm a pizza guy. I'm a pizza person over tacos. Not that tacos aren't good. If I make them myself, I can go. I'd rather make them myself than go somewhere and get tacos. I can control what's on the tacos. I just do like meat in like a taco shell, hard shell all day. Pizza. I'm a New York slice guy. I like the big slices of pizza because I'm fat. So I like the big slices. So a nice New York slice will always get the job done. So yeah, I am definitely a pizza guy. Uh, at Kevin J203. Kevin asks, Biggie or Tupac? Um, I always kind of shit on Tupac because he talked shit about my city. Because he went to school here in Baltimore for a little bit and he talked shit about Baltimore, and I don't like that. I don't like when people talk shit about my hometown. So I've always been kind of a fuck you Tupac person, but I will say this about Tupac. His conscious rap, his deep, his philosophical rap songs, unfuckwithable. Like Brenda's Got a Baby, some of his more deeper thought provoking stuff. Like as far as that goes, he was the better rapper. As far as overall, just like getting the party started, getting the party jumping, that's Biggie. So Biggie, both of them gone way too soon. For real, they're both super talented, both super gifted. Um, it's a hard choice. I like the party, so I'm going Biggie just barely. But if I want a deeper song, I'm gonna go Tupac. But I'm gonna go Biggie on this one. Uh, at B Show Brian, B Show Brian, if you could go back in a time machine and see anything, what would it be? That's a tricky one. If I could go back in a time machine to see anything, I would want to go back and see. I would gonna want to go back and see Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. The reason I say that is that speech meant a lot to like people like my dad. My dad was a Black Panther in the '60s. He got out when they started doing dumb shit like trying to bomb banks and stuff like that. But when he was going to University of Maryland, he was in the Black Panther movement. Um, but he was always on the peaceful tip. He wasn't into all the violence and all that dumb shit. So I would want to see like how his speech impacted like my dad and stuff like that. Seeing that speech, plus it's part of what got us to where we were given equal rights. It played a big role in that, and I would want to be a part of that. I would want to be a part of that. I'd want to experience that live. Another time I'd want to go back to, Um, I would want to go back and see the first like moon landing or the first space launch. Growing up, I wanted to be an astronaut. When I was real little, then the Challenger happened and scared the fuck out of me. Um, I'm telling on myself how old I am, but I remember the fucking Challenger blowing up. I'll never forget, I was in a classroom. I was like, I want to do that when I grow up. And then the spaceship blew up, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore because I was fucking terrified. I thought that's what happened to space shuttles. I thought they just blew up. And I've seen like, what, two or three since then, and they've all been equally horrifying. So that's where those are the things I would go back and want to see. Um, so everybody who sent in questions, thank you. Everybody, that was pretty much all of them. I don't think I missed any. Everybody who sent in questions, whether joking or not, thank you. Everybody who subscribed to my channel, thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Um, I will do this again. There will be more content coming as things go on. Um, just an update. My dad's doing better. Thank goodness. He's doing better, so that's good. He has the Rona. Um, so he's doing better. So thank you for anyone who sent well wishes or sent their thoughts over my way. It's appreciated. Um, more than you know. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I've got to order late food for me and the kid. So I will catch you all later. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace.